Hi everyone, Iron Cameraman here. Alright, let's start right away with the elephant in the room. The animation and sound quality of this episode. You're not imagining things. This issue has been noticed not only by viewers' feedback, but even by YouTube's own stats. Usually Boom's videos hit around 5 to 6 million views in the first 5 hours, but this time it barely reached 2 million. That means retention was low, and YouTube didn't push this part into recommendations. So it's obvious something went wrong during production. I really don't think Boom wanted to release something with this level of quality. We don't know why it happened, but I've got a few theories, and even Crazy, the admin of Boom's official Discord, shared his thoughts on this. I'll comment on that too. But before that, let's get into the story, since that's what we're all here for. So if you've already left a like, let's go. Part 3 had at least 4 interesting details. First, Jeffrey and his incredible abilities. Second, the Astro's plan to reveal the location of the Speakerman base. Third, the sudden and suspicious comeback of Camerawoman. And fourth, the teaser of Speakerman Titan himself. The episode continues straight from Part 2, but with one important change, a new dialogue between polycephaly and POV. During that scene, we finally learn what many have long suspected. Not all TV men are selfish. Polycephaly, just like TV man Titan and TV woman, actually cares about his teammates, even if he grumbles about it. You could say polycephaly is a real tsundere, tough on the outside but kind inside. And honestly, I really like this new layer of his personality. He was already one of my favorites, but now he's climbed even higher on that list. So, risking his life, he evacuates the cameraman until the very last moment. But in the abyss, he's intercepted by Watchmen of Doom. And right after him, 4 more astro specialists, the Hunter, and a couple of interceptors. They clash head-to-head while Watchmen stands still. Polycephaly takes the chance and tries to slip away, but the Hunter catches up to him and pays for it by getting split in 2. Now we know how the Astros reproduce, or do we? Anyway, the smug half of the Hunter reports his successful mission and flies off into the sunset with the rest of the Astros. Polycephaly curses the tracker beacon and runs off into the abyss again. Then we see an upgraded Obliterator, cosplaying as a stormtrooper. The TV men notice the lack of aim assist and start suspecting something's off. Suddenly, Polycephaly says his backside doesn't sense any enemies nearby. Maybe his spider sense kicked in, or maybe he just got picked up by radar. Since the cameras didn't detect any spies like before, the operator also activates his backside, meaning his 6th sense, and detects all the beacons, one of which was directly implanted into the less lucky half of the Hunter, and also into Polycephaly's head when he overdid it with the enemy's tripwire. The puzzle comes together. As I suspected, the Astro's real plan was to reveal the Speakerman base's location by staging a fake attack on the squad. That explains the Hunter's shameful defeat and Watchman's inactivity. But when they realize the plan failed, Watchman comes out walking in a moonwalk, apparently infected by Michael's spirit, and declares that from now on, they control the abyss. Polycephaly calls his bluff and challenges him to a sword duel, but Watchman just laughs and impales him with a claw. Then comes the judge, Jeffrey, clearly unhappy with how things turned out. He smacks Watchman with a heavy slap, reminding him who's really in charge here. You could say karma caught up to Watchman for that punch he gave Mafiosi. And no, you're not imagining things. Jeffrey really did grow to absurd size. How's that possible? Obviously, the Abyss granted him this power, and he, in turn, became its guardian. That's why he doesn't leave its limits. Earlier, we clearly saw that he didn't attack Polycephaly, but as soon as Watchmen of Doom dared to claim the Abyss for the Astros, Jeffrey went berserk. Coincidence? I don't think so. That means he hasn't gone mad and isn't just attacking everyone. Quite the opposite. He's reached a kind of enlightenment, a unity with the Abyss itself. Now he eliminates anyone who dares to threaten his honorable position as the Abyss's sole wanderer, one who explores its vastness of space, time, and maybe even goes beyond them, which is probably what gave him the ability to change his own size. Story-wise, Jeffrey serves a functional role. He prevents Watchmen of Doom and the Astros from intercepting other TV men in the Abyss when they teleport. We'll see if that's confirmed or not in the next episodes, but considering how angry Jeffrey is at Watchmen, and since Watchmen is the one who teleports the Astros, it looks like he's now locked out of the Abyss. That means he can no longer intercept others. or even teleport himself, though it's not that big of a problem, since he's equipped with a ring and can still perform a hyper jump like the Astros. Meanwhile, Polycephaly finally escapes from his stalker and returns to the Speakerman base. Parodying, "This is fine," he's sent on a forced vacation by order of the TV scientist. Turns out, even though the translator was originally a prototype taken by a detective from the engineer, the Speakermen have already produced at least a second one. It's very likely that soon all cameramen will be equipped with it, allowing full communication with the Speakermen. To his surprise, the operator finds Camerawoman alive. If she could talk, we'd definitely hear her say, "Reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated." The TV scientist insists that she's been there the whole time, convincing the operator that maybe he forgot to take his pills. The operator argues that it's not just a speaker concussion. Everything's recorded. Clearly wanting to verify that, detective confiscates the camera. Most likely he'll find a recording edited by secret agent, just like what happened with Lucky, but he'll still trust the Speakerman and include the footage in his investigation. Camerawoman, however, turns out to be fake this time. Since it's easier to recreate her image as a hologram than a full body, it's highly likely someone's hiding behind that disguise. It's not an astro. Otherwise, the whole beacon plan wouldn't make sense. The first suspicion falls on Agentes, but I'm leaning more toward a PC man, considering they're going to appear very soon, in episode 81, and will likely use green energy that includes holograms. Introducing a disguised PC man right now makes perfect sense. And this might not even be the first undercover PC man, since Secret Agent's network is massive, and even regular cameramen like Lucky are part of it. Then we get the teaser for Speakerman Titan 3.0, just like I predicted. It's hard to say exactly what those two red light sources are, his head, core, or speaker. During his conversation with TV scientist, it's confirmed that his upgrade is almost complete, and that in the next episode, episode 80, he'll return to battle to strike back at the Astros. Until then, we'll be waiting for the full version of episode 79 with that promised extra scene at the end. And I'm sure many of the third part's flaws will be fixed there. As for my theories on why Boom rushed the release and didn't polish the quality, I think there was some kind of strict deadline, and he just didn't have enough time to make it in full. Or maybe it's one big prank on us, like a troll leak. However, in that case, he would have at least hinted at it somehow, but he didn't. Right now, Crazy commented saying that maybe the poor quality was intentional, meant to emphasize the distortion of reality. But that's a strange assumption. If that's the case, why was the quality still bad at the end when they were already out of the abyss? And it's really odd to intentionally downgrade visuals so much just to highlight some subtle story element. So, until we get official info from Boom himself, it's hard to say what really happened. I don't want to accidentally start a wave of fake rumors. So in the next video, once more info comes out, I'll definitely dig into this whole situation properly and explain everything with the right context and details. By the way, if you noticed anything unusual in the episode that I didn't mention, maybe a secret frame, a hidden sound, or some new astro tech in the background, feel free to drop it in the comments. You guys often spot details even I miss, and together we can build a full picture of what Boom is preparing for the next arc. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you very soon. Stay tuned, everyone. Iron Cameraman out.
Ready for battle? The Plunger Blaster is here. Load, launch, and fire. The Skibidi Toilet arsenal grows with the all-new Plunger Blaster. In stores now.